Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Argent Saga, and today we are going to be getting into a commentary video from our locals. Someone suggested that I should try this out. Hopefully people enjoy it. If not, I'll just go back to having random noise play in the background. But yeah, so this is from our locals. This is actually me on the left of your screen and with the Leviathan Bahamut mat, and Lester on the right. I can't really tell his mat. I think it's a bunch of different characters from assorted things. I think it's all Yu-Gi-Oh monsters as well. So, but we're gonna get started while they're setting up, or while we're setting up. So I'm running Gillian Sola. It's a deck I've wanted to play test and see how I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I didn't do too well in the tournament. I made a bunch of misplays all throughout and during this game, so y'all will be able to see them all. It'll be great. So I'm running Gillian Sola. Lester is running it Hoenna Fizzy. Lester's fairly new to the game. I think he's only been playing for a few weeks, but he's really good. Honestly, he's just really good at playing the game. For someone who just started compared. But yeah, he doesn't have all the cards that he needs for the deck. I think he's missing a Yami, but he should have it by the weekend because the store was able to pull one for him and set it aside for him. So yeah, I believe I won the die roll whenever we get done setting everything up. But yeah, so it's about a 20-minute game. So hopefully y'all got some time to listen, and we'll go from there. So I rolled a 6. Lester rolled his. I believe he got 4. He did. So I will go first. I believe I chose to keep my hand, if I remember correctly. Lester mulliganed 1. Looks like it, because I believe I kept the hand because my hand was 2 Holy Slashes and a Tidal Rush, which pretty much when you're playing Gillian, that's pretty much the amount of spells you want to see in your opening hand, or close to it. Because most of your really good spells that you're trying to dig for are either 2 or 3 drop. Granted, some people are running Chronostasis, some people are running Shards of Winter. Ooh, pardon me. But, sometimes you'll either get it or you won't. So I went first. I played a basic shard. Lester played a basic shard, played a Fail Golem number 2, putting a counter on Hoenna, and he was passing the turn. I'm doing Gillian's effect, exhausting, revealing the top card of my deck, and revealing 3 spells. The revealed card was Caster of Azure Towers, the Destroyer in Water. So my second shard was a Hallowed Crystal. It is the crystal that gives +5 to Guardians. Really good in this deck. There's very specific Guardians. Lester gets a Cryptic Crystal, which is the blue crystal. It lets you essentially scry 2 for anyone that's played Magic. It's a really good card, although you don't get to put it on the bottom. So you just rearrange the top 2. So I guess it's not scry, now that I think about it. So he plays a Failed Golem number 1. And he tries to peek at some towers with Failed Golem number 2. Reveals a light tower from the attack. We go ahead and do Gillian again. Or Gillian, I believe people like to pronounce it. I don't know. I pronounce the G. So we revealed the 3. It was the Tidal Rush and 2 Holy Sash, and we got a Tidal Rush, so we drew that card. Our draw for turn was Mayu's Assistant, so a really great draw in this deck. I'm pretty much any really spell heavy deck she's really good in, but I feel like in this deck specifically, she's just a complete house in. It makes all of your Tidal Rushes cost 2, your Mizus cost 1, your Phantasmal Guards, cost 0. So right there, we play Iakuma Wavebender, bouncing back the Failed Golem number 1. The reason I did that was because I didn't want him to try and pop early towers. I wanted to try and hopefully pop something a little bit more relevant. I noticed that one of my really big misplays in this entire game was when he attacked with certain units, I should have tried to attack rested units more to keep stuff off the board. So I actually discarded a card. I forgot that I had 9 cards in my hand, so I had a lot. So he plays a Golem of Avarice, rips a Holy Slash, hurts a whole lot because you hit a spell, but it's fine. Do what you got to do. So he attacks with the Golem number 2, hits a Fire Tower, doesn't fully break. We reveal 3, 2, now this time 2 Tidal Rushes and a Holy Slash. We reveal an Iakuma Wavebender, so no free spell for me. We're referring to we're just having Lester double check what Gillian does, or Gillian does. So, and then he asked to make sure what the card did, and told him that I revealed a Wave Bender. So that's what this little hold-up is. Alright, so my next shard is another basic shard. So I believe I go for towers, and I believe that was probably my downfall, as I should have gone for other things first. So he plays the 2000 Guardian. Not too bad, just part of, the tower effect. So I also feel as I probably could have been a little bit more aggressive with either my Mayu's assistant or my title rushes, but I feel like I title rushed at all the right times, at least so far. So plays another Golem of Avarice to randomly discard a card from my hand. Alright, and he hits a Juggernaut, which really hurts because that card's really good against this deck. Just because, like, you can Shard Drain and make sure that they don't, that they don't hit your towers. So he attempts to attack into my Wave Bender. I want to try and keep it alive because just trying to be able to keep as many bellies on board. So I Holy Slash there. In all reality, I should have attacked something with the Wave Bender compared to something else. So he attacks my tower on my far right, and it is a water tower. Alright, so he plays another Fatal Golem number 1, or the same Fatal Golem number 1. We go Title Rush. It's a full art Watchwoman, so we just draw the Watchwoman for turn, untap everything. Our shard for turn is another hollowed crystal. So we play a second Wave Bender, bouncing back the Guardian. I believe this is probably where I should have tried to attack his units. Instead, I went for towers, trying to be a little bit more aggressive. So I feel like if I would have attacked his units, I wouldn't have crashed into a fire tower and have him break my other Wave Bender. At least not at that point of the game, because I feel like at that point, just trying to keep him off of having as many golems on board is probably the best I can do right now. It's actually realistically what I should have done, but mistakes were made. Lester, I believe, drew a Rudy for turn. I believe he tries to play it this turn, if I recall, just to be able to set me back on a bunch of fun stuff. I realize that the camera angle doesn't show both the champions, so I'm terribly sorry about that. I'll try and see if I can work something out with that. So he's deciding on how to attack. So he attacks Avarice into the light tower. It becomes a 2K Guardian. Attacks Fatal Golem number 1 into towers. I attempt to use blocker. He uses Omega Magic Mizu. He breaks the fire tower. I break the Avarice. I believe that puts him to a lot of counters on the Hoenna champion. I believe, I don't know if it's this point in the game, but I know farther along the game he actually had up to 6 counters on it and was able to just play a bunch of units, if I recall correctly. So we do Gillian again, reveal Title Rush. We add Phantasmal Guards, which is a really good draw for me. Because if I remember correctly, my hand had no Guardians in it. So Phantasmal Guard's real good. Get another basic shard. I believe that, so I go for towers. I should have attacked the Fatal Golem number 1, realizing it. Granted, he still could have done the Poisonous Strike, but I mean, I would have had... It still means he's using it on a Wave Bender instead of something better. So I discarded May Use Assistant because I had another May Use Assistant in hand, which I was perfectly okay with. I play the May Use Assistant, and then I believe I play the Phantasmal Guards for free, which I do. I believe we had a little discussion here. He wanted to try and Dust Strike in response to it, but I believe it would still cost 0. Not really sure. So, but we went with it would cost 0, even though he would Dust Strike it, because it would be in response to playing the card. So if it's not correct, please comment down below, and I'll definitely let him know, and we'll make sure to play it correctly. So we drew a Shards of Winter for turn. I don't think he actually ever used it this game, which it's fine. I don't think he needed it throughout the game, but so he declares attack on. Oh no, that's right. I believe he was thinking about what he was trying to do, because during the end of my turn, I believe he removed 3 counters from Hoenna and made a 1,500 Golem. That's the token all the way on the upper part, right next to Hoenna. So he tries to peek at towers. I let it happen. So now he knows where all my towers are currently. I think realistically I probably should have also blocked that field goal number 2, because we would have traded with the tokens. He'd still have to guess at my towers, and I'd rather give him a 50% chance of knowing what my towers are than guaranteeing knowing what the towers are going to be. So hits the wind tower, I bounce back the token and the field goal number 1. Plays 1 to replay the fail goal number 1. He also put a counter on Hoenna to remember that what he was doing. And I believe he tries to play Rudy next. Or he does play Rudy next. Which is a pretty good play. Rudy's really strong. I believe he went to pass his turn, and during his end... Yeah, so he passes his turn during the end. I do Gillian's effect, reveal 2 title rushes, show the top card. It Shards of Winter. I'll end up drawing that for turn. Still during his end of turn, I'll pay 3 and I'll play Title Rush to bounce the Rudy back to his hand. I also probably could have Shard Drained, because I was already at 6 shards, and bounced back the field goal number 1 to have him recast it. It's probably what I should have done in all reality. So we go for towers. Should have attacked the big guy, or the small golem. Dust Strike it. That's fine. Play a Watchwoman. We still go for towers, even though I need to remember, and I think this is just a really good lesson for everybody, that when you're playing against a dark deck, as long as it's not Urgon, don't be afraid to hit their units, because I kind of got punished for just letting his golem stay on board and letting all their effects go off. It just was not smart of me. It definitely could have done better plays. So he gets another Cryptic Crystal, looks at the top 2, rearranges them however he likes. I believe it's a Stormcaster, and I believe I saw Shards of Winter. I'm not sure. It might have been something else. And so he goes for the Water Tower. I'm not going to stop it. And he attacks the Water Tower again. I let it go through. My hand's not really too good. Yes, I still have 3 open shards, but it's just not as strong as I like to be. My draws were a Twilight Knight and another May Use Assistant. So no spells, which really hurt. I believe there was this... Or, hold on, we'll get into that when we get there. Recast Rudy again. He shard drains one with Fizzy to draw a card. So he draws the caster of Azure Towers, which he put on top with Cryptic Crystal. I believe he removes counters, or no, he just caught up with counters on the Hoenna. So I do Gillian's effect, reveal, hit Azure Guardian. Still during his end, I believe. I'm still debating on what I want to do. Asking how many shards he has open. He has 4. I believe I Title Rush here to try and keep the Rudy off board as long as possible. I think realistically, I also probably could have bounced the Rudy during his turn because it doesn't have Guardian, and I could have kept the Title Rush a little longer. So I'm choosing just Shard Drain to bounce back the Field Golem number 1 and the Rudy. So we draw the Azure Guardian for turn. We get the Shard. It's my third and final hollow shard or crystal. So I believe it was this turn, or close to it. Because there was a turn that I did that I really kicked myself after the match where I only had 1 spell in hand, and if I would have done Gillian's effect, I would have got a Phantasmal Guards. And I would have been another card deeper, so it definitely would have helped out a lot more. So I don't know if it's this turn or maybe my next turn. So no, I'm just taking my time, good lord. Terribly sorry, everybody. There we are. So we play Watchwoman. Also realized I probably should have kept the shards up for Hollowed Crystal, but it is what it is. So we play the Watchwoman. I think realistically I probably should have just played Azure Guardian, not try to apply pressure with the Watchwoman. And even if I did try to apply pressure with the Watchwoman, I should have attacked the Golem instead of probably what I'm going to try and do, and probably try and hit towers. So in response to the Watchwoman coming in, he Title Rushes, putting it back to my hand. Can't do anything about that. He draws a card. I'm also pretty sure I missed a few Title Rush draws, just because I don't read cards, because I'm terrible. So I play Azure Guardian, which is probably what I should have just done just to begin with. So, hindsight. So reactivates everything, it gets his shard. Pays 4 for Brainwipe Beam to take control of my Azure Guardian. Because it is 2k or less. I was completely dumbfounded when he played Brainwipe Beam. I was not expecting it, so... Pays 1 for another Failed Golem number 2, putting another counter on Hoenna. So he passes it back to me. I tap everything. So yeah, so that was the moment where I had the Shards of Winter in hand. I should have revealed the Shards of Winter. I would have gotten the Phantasmal Guards, and I would have been an extra card deeper. So that was my gigantic misplay, and I'm pretty sure I lost the game because of it. So we play a Stormcaster of Azure Towers. I believe I choose to put down, put my caster or my Guardian back and his Failed Golem number 2. I believe I paid 1 for the Phantasmal Guards. And I pass it back to him. He removes a counter from Hoenna to make a token. Draw for turn. I'm pretty sure so he'll play the Azure Caster to put both my Guardian tokens on the bottom of my deck, so they will be destroyed. He attacks with his Golem into my Darkness Tower. Can't do anything about it. At least I don't believe I can. I don't believe... Or, yeah, that's right. I Soul Bursted and blocked with my Guardian. He then, in response, had Dust Strike to give it minus 2,500. I'm pretty sure I picked the Mayu, but at that point it just didn't really matter. So, yep, picked the Mayu, and then he attacked with that for game, and I couldn't do anything about it. So, but that was the match. Lester got it. Lester got it in a queen sweep. So we do best of ones at my current locals, just because we're trying to get people more familiarized with the game. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that bell notification. I'm going to be redoing the Patreon to essentially where you can still, like, upload, like, deck profiles for me to do and stuff. But, like, it's basically just to support the channel, so I'm not, like... In order for you to pay me to make content, like, I'm just going to make content and y'all can pay if y'all want to support me, so. But anyways, y'all have a fantastic day. This should be up later on today. Y'all have a great day. I just said day like 3 times in that sentence. Anywho, alright. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.